And okay, so whether you're new to the whole VR thing or you've done it before, I can tell you that without a doubt, this is freaking cool. Now, of course, you do have like controllers and stuff that you can use, but like, you don't even need that. You can just use your hands. Now, there are a lot of thoughts that I have about these over using them over roughly the course of the last week, but I do think that there's a lot to like here in this $300 package, higher end capabilities of the MetaQuest 3 and the affordability of the MetaQuest 2. There's a lot of things to break down, so buckle in, buckle up. And if you guys are new here, my name is Dave, and this is where tech meets lifestyle. So quick note for you guys, I'm actually editing the video right now, and I noticed that in a lot of the screen recordings that you're going to see, the windows and text really do not look sharp. Like you can't really read what's happening on the windows. I'm not sure why that is, but what I can tell you is that when you actually have them on your eyes and you're using it, it looks exceptionally crisp and clear. Like if you just had your phone screen right up to your face or like your MacBook screen right up to your face. If you guys have been here and seen any of the other videos here on the channel, you guys know if something's not good, even if I like a device as a whole, I'll let you know that I don't like that thing. Like for example, Samsung devices, right? That's probably like my favorite all-around brand right now in terms of the things that I use. But even there, it's not perfect, and I let you guys know that in those videos. And so just that quick disclaimer, in the screen recording you're going to see, things don't look super sharp, but when you're using it, I promise you, it is very crisp. And so on this channel, I don't focus a ton on the spec sheets, but I think there's a lot of technical things happening with this that I personally think is important for you guys as consumers if you're wondering why get the 2 or the 3 over the 3S. So I'm gonna go through those things really quickly and then break down for you guys the more like practical, real world life applications things that I love to focus on here on the channel, right? In terms of like work, multimedia, play, those things. Pricing context is really important. So for the 128GB model, you can get this for $300 with a lot of really robust, cohesive features that we'll talk about a little bit later on. And for $400, you can get the 512GB model. This is using the same exact Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip, which is going to power a lot of the processing that this unit is using. And so this is going to be able to play games and handle applications that the MetaQuest 3 can play, that the MetaQuest 2 cannot, for that $300 price tag, so $200 less than the MetaQuest 3. You're using the same exact controllers as the MetaQuest 3, which in my experience, they feel really great in the hand, though I don't use them all the time because the hand tracking recognition is awesome. We'll talk about that a bit later. And this is going to be rated for 2.5 hours worth of battery life over the 2.2 hours that you're getting on the MetaQuest 3. So you're getting better battery life on here, which is great. This is actually going to be using the same display resolution as the MetaQuest 2, so you're getting 1832 by 1920. And what I'm going to say about that is that when using these, you are going to wish that the pass-through camera was probably a little bit sharper, but for all intents and purposes, I can still like read paper, still interact with people around me. So in terms of like the camera display and what you're seeing with your eyes for pass-through, seeing the world around you, in my experience, that's been pretty darn solid. But the actual display, when you're getting like the UI elements, the windows that are popping up all around you, which you can have 6 windows at a time, by the way, all of those things are incredibly crisp, even to the point where it actually shocked me where I had set up a window behind me and I had forgotten, but I maximized the size of the window. I went to go turn around to go do something, and the window was like right up here in front of my face because of the way that the spatial computing works. It's like it actually exists in the world with you. And the detail of the text, even right up close, was excellent. So what I can say in using this is that I don't know if you're necessarily going to want or miss like a more sharp resolution. Like if you're just going out, want to get into VR, spending $300 and want to pick this up, you're going to put this on and go, holy crap, this looks really good. One of the things that absolutely blew my mind is when I first put the headset on and it informed me that I actually don't need the controllers to actually navigate the user interface, to go between different windows, to interact with different windows, to go web browsing, go on YouTube, or access any of my other applications. I'm gonna show you guys this. So it's registering my hand. I have this little pop-it where I can access different windows. I actually want to open up the different tab windows right here. So say for example, if I want to, I can actually go to Facebook, have Facebook right over here. So say this Horizon feed, that's actually for the pass-through option, which I'm going to show you guys a little bit later, but I kind of want to drop that just like say right up there. And then say for example, I want to open up the web browser. So there are 2 different things, right? So I can actually access by just hovering and moving my hand around like this and then pinching, but what's cool is that the windows exist in 3D space, and so if I want to, I can actually go and hit skip. I want to come over here and kind of scroll through the window and interact with it like it actually exists. I can do that. But if I want to, I can also tap the screen and it maximizes the window, and that's super freaking cool. And what's cool is that if I really want to, I can also come over here and grab, say, the edge and resize the window so it's larger, which I can also do from farther away as well. So I have it track my hand over here. I can resize it if I really want to. So I want to kind of, go over here, pick this up, and I don't know. I want to put it in the walkway. So I'm gonna go and drop it right here, put it in the walkway, and I kind of want to make it a little bit bigger, maximizing the screen real estate. Boom, now that's over here. Now I have Facebook over here if I want to go and do some scrolling, and say I actually want to check on Instagram. We're loading, I can check on family and friends. And now as you can see, if I step back, I have the Eagles game over here, I have this virtual environments, which we'll talk about in a little bit over here. I have Facebook right over here, Instagram, also this other window. And now what's great is that you can actually have 6 windows concurring at the same time. Grab this window, and I actually want to move it more in my line of sight. Have it here. It's a little bit too big. A little too big. So let's do that. Pull it down here. There we go. So the Eagles game down here now. I've navigated everything with just my hands, and that's amazing. Now, one of the really handy things here you have is your volume buttons here down at the bottom, which makes it really convenient to actually access your volume toggles in the middle of like a game or any multimedia that you might be watching. And you also now have a pass-through dedicated button, which is going to make it easier to either immerse yourself in a virtual world like a cabin or on the mountainside, or allow yourself to be in that mixed reality where you're in the real world. You can actually interact with the people around you and have all of your windows on as well. And so having this as opposed to the double tap function that you have on the MetaQuest 3, I think this is better, having a dedicated button for it. Now, for sure, one of my absolute favorite things about this is the fact that I can open up my MacBook and it becomes a dedicated workspace. I can tap with my hand to activate up my workspace. So I have the Eagles game going on over here. And now what I can do, I can open up my MacBook, I can select it here. I have a virtual window representation of my MacBook and my workspace. So as you can see, I can be looking at my timeline and scrub everything. Or say, for example, when it's to open up over here, go to my Google Chrome, so I can go and input my notes for say like therapy sessions, right? I have to jot down the notes for clientele, for treatment plans and things like that. I can also do all of that work here on the suspended window. You can actually take this a step further. You can click on this little icon up here, pinch that, and now what you have is a massive dedicated workspace window. And what's cool is that if you don't want that wrapped effect, you absolutely don't have to. You can flatten out the window that way. And if you want to, you can reorient the window any way that you want, of course. You can control the amount of shade and dimming that you're getting out of this, right? So if you want it to be completely normal, like you're just normally in your room, or if you really want to black out your entire environment so that way you're just focused, dedicated on this window, you have that level of control as well. And I'm going to re-minimize this and get out of theater view, and then boom, just like that, I have all of my windows back, and boom, I still have the Eagles game over here. Some social media. Oh, there's my buddy Alex. Let's give him a like. Give him a like with a double tap. This video is sponsored by CryptoMus. CryptoMus is a multifunctional platform designed for both business and personal use. In Personal Wallet, you can store your cryptocurrency in one place, keep it secure, and enjoy fast transactions. You can cancel the withdrawal within 2 minutes, which is great if you want to avoid mistakes when transferring funds. You can also receive 0.1 to 0.4% cash back when using the CryptoMus wallet for invoices. Earn up to 20% APR on TRX staking. And you can also take cryptocurrency like USDT, ETH, Ethereum, BNB, and DAI. Convert is a tool that lets you exchange one of your cryptocurrencies for another. There's no commission charged on the convert function, so you can convert the available crypto on the platform without any additional fees. P2P exchange. This innovative platform allows users to trade cryptocurrencies directly with each other without the need for a third party. You can buy or sell cryptocurrency for fiat funds like dollars, euros, etc. And the commission is only 0.2%, 0.1% from the buyer and 0.1% from the seller. The referral program allows you to receive 30% of the payment fee and 50% of the commission for peer-to-peer transactions. White Label allows you to put your branding on all payment processing. Fiat payment, if you don't have cryptocurrency, crypto processing helps you to create your own processing features, and mass payouts are necessary for making all transactions in a single session. And CryptoMus is available in application format as well. Using your personal and business wallets are even easier with an iOS application. You can download and try out the CryptoMus application right now with the links in the description down below and in my pinned comment. All the links you guys are going to need will be in the description. Now, as far as my usage, it's rated for 2.5 hours. hours. In my experience, that seems to be about the case if I charge it all the way up to 100%. I can't say that I'm getting like a full 2.5 hours every single time perfectly, but for the most part, I am getting around like that, upwards of 2 hours worth of time, and at times it seems like 2.5. And the last thing, you can use them outside, and that works just as well as you would hope it would. And something else that's really cool is that you have Meta AI built into these. So for example, I could be watching the game up here. Hey Meta, how many points did Kelly Oubre score in the game the other night? There you go, and now I know he scored 18 points. Can you tell me what the weather is in Los Angeles? There you go, and is able to parse out things that I'm saying that don't matter and actually discern what is the relevant question that I'm asking it. In that way, Meta AI is a nice companion as well to complement this overall experience. All right, so what I will say is that as it pertains to the games themselves are actually very smooth. At the time of recording this, I'm not actually able to try out the Batman Arkham Asylum game. Didn't realize that until just now, but what I will say is that the games that I have tried are very immersive. They don't have like PS5 level graphics, but what you are getting is a very immersive experience because of the way that the goggles sit onto your face, which is very comfortable, by the way. The headset is not too heavy. It might leave a little indent in your hair like it did to mine, but the way that the headset blocks out your environment, it really truly immerses you in the games. Even if some of the games that are like free and available right now aren't particularly like, I don't think the best showcase of what this kind of technology can do. But when you are playing them, there is a level of you that kind of forgets that you're not actually in the world that you're in, that you're actually just standing in your living room with a headset over your eyes that kind of makes you look like a spider. That's what my sister told me. But for me, I really think that the mixed reality here that you're getting, where you can have multiple windows at one time, is really where this shines in terms of like mixing your productivity and your entertainment things and having that immersive experience all around you mixed in the real world. I think that's really where this shines at. So that's my time using the MetaQuest 3S over the first week. There's definitely more things to talk about. Let me know in the comment section if there's anything else that I missed that you guys would like to hear me talk about. If I'm being honest, life is throwing a lot at me. I'm currently in the middle of like preparing for a move, a wedding, and like a whole bunch of other life things. And so there are definitely some things that I did miss, but as a whole, I think the big takeaway is that I've been really impressed with the MetaQuest 3S. My family's tried it out. They've really been impressed with it. And I'm definitely excited to keep using it over these next couple of weeks, the next few months, and getting a better handle on like what it can do and what it can't do. But thank you guys so much again for stopping by and hanging out. Wish you a fantastic remainder of your day, afternoon, or night, depending on the time as you're watching this. And as always, peace, love, adios, bye guys, and have a great day.